You have been told that you are good at your job, but what if you are only good amongst the average people at that job? You see, if everything can be learned, it is a skill. You can do better in terms of being a man, being a woman, be better at your job, be better at communication, be better in a sport. Everything is a skill. So if everything is simply a skill, something you can learn, but it also means that most people are not that good, even though we say, oh, this person is so good. But when you actually think about it, it's because most people are actually not that good. The distribution in terms of skill level is not distributed like a bell curve where you have everyone in the middle. So let's say on a scale from 1 to 10 to measure the skill level, you don't have most people center around 4 to 6. You actually have most people center around between maybe there's 1 to 4, and then 4 or 5 is that's kind of the areas where we actually start learning the fundamental and get a grip of it. And so if you are most people at least 50% between 1 to 4, then it's very easy to be good amongst like not even the average people, is the bottom 50%. And what I'm actually saying about this, and why can I talk about this experience? So for me myself, I'm a very hardcore competitor. I love to win. I love to compete, constantly improving myself, and it comes a lot from sport. So I played football as a traditional sport, but I actually got more into League of Legends, where you also have competition and need to grind and improve yourself in order to win. And what I realized there from constantly playing was that even though I got better and I actually reached the league is called Diamond. So each league maybe I should clarify this. So the bottom league is bronze, then you have silver, gold, platinum, diamond, and then you have master, and then challenger. So from bronze to diamond, you have 5 divisions in each that you are promoting yourself through. When you get to master, there's like a 24-hour rotation. You need I think there can be 400 in master when I played back then, and then you have 200 in challenger, top 200 in the western part of Europe. And I got to Diamond Division 5, which was only 5% of the player base. So it's very small amount, it's close already to the top. But it was actually first when I got there that I could really start seeing where just in a game where you are 10 players, you can really see when someone was like way better than everybody else. You can really start seeing the skill difference between people, like when someone really was, okay, this guy, he is very good. He had just way better skills than everybody else. And that's when you then play in the lower ones. Everyone is kind of like the same. You cannot really see if someone is way better than the other is, because it's very messy in the way people approach the game. But what actually interesting is that the statistic that came out from League of Legends that I saw was that actually 50% of the player base was in bronze and silver. And at that point, most people don't know even how to play the game. Like they don't understand the fundamental of playing the game, and that's really first hit when you go into gold. That people start understanding the fundamental and become average. I would say probably in League of Legends gold is probably then you are an average player. So you can just see you have to beat 50% of the entire player base just to become average. So I will also put that as a link below so you also can see. And the same goes because then I also play a lot of Counter-Strike and they have this matchmaking. So I cannot go exactly over the same in the ranks, but actually interesting because in Counter-Strike they have this that there never became a reset in the ranking. So a lot of people, they were up in the high ranks, and I can in the links below you can also see this. So they're very up high. A large number of players is very up in the high rankings, and then they reset the ranking system, and so people had to play again for their placement. And you actually see how the player base just went down to the low rankings, and that I think it again shows that you can have there's a very huge difference between skill level, and it really follows this idea that there's this theory that when you actually see that, for example, 1, it appears for numbers like I think it's 0 to 10, where you have 0, 1, 2, 3. They are the ones that appear most of the time, and it's actually the same curve that you start up, have a lot of people, and then it goes down to a very few. So it's very interesting if you think about everything you do as a skill. Then most people are actually not that good, but they're also you can be a little bit worried. But also, if you think about it, if you're in a company, you have this 80-20 rule. So for example, in a company, you will have 20% of people do 80% of the output there is. So that means actually 80% of people there is only contributing to 20% realistically. And that's also because you cannot have an organization full of like the people in the top, because there's barely any people. They're very hard to find. Think about for a scale from 1 to 10 still. Like if you have to go out there and find a 7, like who knows, the probability for you finding someone who is between 1 to 4, not barely average, is way more likely. And then and I think also it comes to, you can wonder, okay, how can a company fire somewhere between 10 to 30% of the workforce when it all start going bad? And if simply just come to like those between 1 to 4, the work output they do is simply not like sufficient enough. So it doesn't matter if they're there or not. The company can still function without them. So thinking about this, I think it's very important that so what you can use this information for, and what makes this very important, is that if you think everything is a skill, also from what I have done for myself, is that I try to create this, like, what can you say, unique selling point around myself. Like, what are the main skills that I'm gonna focus on and even make even better? So at least a bare minimum is average, maybe hit a 6. We should get up in 6 to 8 in all of them. That are the skills that kind of can drive me forward, because obviously you cannot be good at everything. It takes too much time to get good at everything. But I think fundamentally you can learn how can you improve, analyze your own work, and then also just focus down what are you actually good at. And a way to figure out what you're good at is typically something we never really want to see. It's just something that seems natural. So for me, one natural thing is just numbers, understanding numbers and being able to calculate it. It's just, I'm like, I'm okay at it. It's like, I'm good. But I mean, it's the thing I'm probably the best at. And another part is also just finding information. been willing to look out the box and just find more information to continuously improve. That's kind of what drives me forward. So I can then use also the numbers to analyze a bunch of stuff. So it actually gets to the point, because let me hit home this point now, is that, for example, everyone who plays football, every little kid who starts playing football, if you ask them all, they might have a dream about, oh, I want to be a professional football player. But if we all were equal and it was not a matter of skills, then why are every little boy not a professional football player? Well, obviously, because some are just better than others. It is a skill. So, with that said, let me know in the comment section what you think about applying this idea that everything is a skill to all parts of your life. So let me hear you in the comment section. And also, if you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe to get more of my videos. And remember to check out the links I put regarding the skill distribution in the description below. I'm Jesper, I'm out. Peace.